I think there's a lot of different reasons, and I think the more and more I talk to people, clients, they recognize that there's reasons why they need to do this too. I think I look at this from a few different perspectives. So one, if you're thinking about yourself and why should this matter to you, maybe it depends on where you are in your life and where you are in your career or your personal life. So things that come to mind right away are that level of confidence, how you're sharing yourself with others. The other thing that comes to mind, and I see this a lot, is the level of performance that you have. So what I mean by that is how you're performing in your job, maybe how you're sharing yourself and performing in different aspects of your personal life. So that's what I mean by that level of performance. Productivity, when you feel really good, you look really good, you might tend to be more productive. So those are some of the reasons that I think. I think why we should care if we look at it in a slightly different perspective, and again, that really matters on where you are in your life. I would say that level of competitiveness. So if you are looking for a new job, if you're just coming out of school, if you're entrepreneurs and you're looking for a new business, that level of competitiveness when you're looking for new business, when you're trying to find a job, is really important, and maybe not so much in Alberta, but it's more competitive finding a job in other places. So I think we need to care about not only our skills and our competencies, but how we're sharing ourselves through how we're looking.
Well, I mean, personally, I can only speak sort of in relation to my own business. I care a lot about how we look because it's your first experience when you come in there. It tells you that we're serious about this. It's not, we didn't just throw on some sweatpants and a greasy t-shirt to make some croissant. Like, we take this very seriously, and we're professionals, and that goes for everybody across the board, whether they're making your coffee or just cleaning your tables. I mean, I want them to look as good as everything else. I mean, a business should be the entire package. I mean, it's not just the services you offer, it's also the ambiance that you're creating, the entire experience that you get when you come in, from the packaging or the product or the people, all of that. And uniform dress is very important. I mean, when I go to the bank, it annoys me if they're really casual dressing because they're taking care of my money. Like, I want you to be stodgy and conservative because I want to trust you with my money, right? So yeah, I think it's an incredibly important thing.
The simple answer, people have eyes and they're looking at you and they're judging you all the time. And it's a terrible thing in a way, but it's the truth. I think people are making small little nanosecond judgments about you from the second they meet you, way before the next genius idea comes out of your mouth. They're looking at what you're wearing and how you're presenting yourself to them. And I think as entrepreneurs and business people, we're always branding, and your appearance is your brand, especially as an entrepreneur. With some businesses you have your staff out there and those are the people that are representing your business, but if you're doing it on your own or you're a freelancer, it's you, and people expect you to kind of look the part. And so you really have to think about your own brand and what you want people to think. What do you want them to think the second they see you walk in the room? Because they're going to think something. So why not just be in control of that?
That's a good point. But Mark Zuckerberg gets away with a hoodie and jeans. Why can't I? Why isn't that good enough for me?
That's his brand. The Facebook brand. That's about, fun. It's a casual, it's a social networking fun. It's youthful. So he can get away with that. I think he has done a really good job actually at branding himself as kind of a celebrity or someone in the public eye. So that works for him, and maybe that works for other people. That doesn't work for my business. I play two roles. So during the day, I'm the marketing coordinator at the Art Gallery of Alberta. So that's one role. And I take that very seriously. I'm representing the gallery. I want to look professional. But, after 5 o'clock and on the weekends, my brand is Dress Me Dearly. And that brand is all about fun and fashion and taking risks. And I need to represent that all the time when I'm walking down the street and I might run into someone and they say, hey, are you Dress Me Dearly? Like, if I look bad, that's not good. I have to represent that at all times. So it's important.
That's a very good question. I was coming back to what you were just saying about banking, and a little bit of what you were saying, Janis, too, but it depends on what industry you're in. If we're thinking about, different areas in tech, maybe that's appropriate. Maybe that's what goes. If we're thinking about someone who works in marketing, if they were wearing, a banker's suit, I don't think I would, that doesn't fit properly. So maybe what I would think about in terms of that is like, what are some of those words? So if I think of someone who's in marketing, maybe creative, innovative comes to mind. And innovative, maybe more so for the tech side. If I'm thinking of someone who's in banking, I think of someone who I want to know is trustworthy. So it depends maybe on like the different industries. It really does for me when I'm sharing that with clients of where is it that you work? What is it that you want to share? So I think maybe understanding like where you are, and it really is industry dependent, and what are some of those key things that, question I always ask people is what do you want your style to say about you?
Right.
So thinking about it from that perspective of what are some of those key words.